Hi everyone, my name is Casey from Home Quarters, and today we'll be talking about how to prepare your unit for sale in this very competitive market right now. Firstly, we got to really, if possible, stage up the interior of your unit and also do a decluttering and sanitization. What do we mean by that? Some of the unit you have lived in it for some time, the furniture could be a bit outdated, right? You could have things lying all around. If possible, right, stage up your unit in preparation for sale. What do I mean by staging? Right, staging is a lingo in the real estate industry whereby you actually remove all your current furniture and replace them with rather new or rented furniture. In that aspect, we actually renew the house without the need to go through another round of renovation. Right, that is called home staging. Right, secondly, we have to declutter and also sanitize the house. What do you mean by that? It does means that make your place neat and tidy. Right? Of course, we understand that for owner-occupied house, it is quite difficult to actually keep the house looking like show flat every single time, but try your best to do it. The point here is that when you are looking to sell your unit, you have to think like the buyer and how the buyer would react when they come and step into your home. You would also like to see a neat and tidy home and where you can imagine yourself staying in there, imagine your own furniture, imagine your own personal artifacts being placed in there, right? That comes to another point, sanitization of your unit. Oftentimes in a home, you would have your own personal belonging, your own portrait, your own family photos, all about to make it more cozy, more homely. When it is time to put it up for sale, very importantly, do sanitize the entire house, removing all your personal belonging and your photos, so that when the buyer to step into the unit, they can imagine themselves with their own photos, with your own personal artifacts and memorabilia staying in there. So secondly, after decluttering and staging of the interior of the unit, here we come to the exterior of the unit. The exterior makes the first impression, and as we always say, first impression is the last impression, isn't it? Right? So before they even step into your house, you want to leave the buyer with a good first impression. From the time they are at the lift lobby all the way to your gate, that few steps of corridor is very important. Sometimes you might also need to sanitize and declutter the area just right outside the gate of your home, just like what you have done in the interior of your unit. Lastly, allow your agent to do his or her thing. During the viewing, allow your agent to interact with the buyers without you being present. Only at that time will the buyer give the agent their truthful feedback, because a lot of times for us agents, we are actually very polite people and we will not say our true feeling, our true feedback when the owner of the house is inside the house. So in order to get genuine feedback of the unit, excuse yourself, allow the agent to interact with the buyers, and from there we can get feedback that is genuine, truthful and authentic. And as a last bonus point, I would like to say, act on the feedback. Right? You have already probably after a few rounds of viewing, know what are the common feedback that the buyer have already given to you, then act on it. If let's say the buyer said that the house looks a bit dark, maybe you can have a few more lamps in the house, turn on the lights even when it's in the daytime, open up the window to allow more airflow to come in to make it bright and breezy. The buyer have feedback that some part of the house look a bit more cluttered and it's not tidy. Do tidy them up, do pack them up nicely such that the next round of viewing, the chances of buyer having all this small little minor objection will be much lower, and thus the chance of you getting the unit sold fast in this very competitive market will be higher. Alright, thank you everyone. This here comes to the end of the episode. Hope the tips, tricks and secrets shown to you in this episode is useful to help you sell off your unit in this very competitive market right now. And if your unit is still on the market, feel free to contact us at Home Quarters and be happy to help you.